My name is Brandon Ash-Mohammed. Me, your boy, Brandon Ash-Mohammed.
Hey, Dad. It's me, Jacob.
What the hell is going on with my body?
Hilarious. Ben Sosa Wright! bitchy comedian. Straight Gagging.
Boom. There we are.
Hi
Oh,
guys.
yeah.
My name's Brandon. What's up?
Brandon, you look
Brandon.
different.
It changed
Brandon,
I'm a new
you
girl.
have a new
I'm a new
hair.
girl. Reveal.
That-
Oh, no.
oh my god.
Oh my god, you got us. You
I
got
you.
us.
I got you. I tricked you.
You tricked
What's
me
up?
good.
What's up? How's everyone's night going?
I'm good.
That was like Rose when she did her big reveal.
yeah, huge
Her big
reveal.
Huge reveal.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, I feel kind of crazy
What do you
because
feel?
the season
Why?
is
What's
so.
going on?
This season is so long. It seems.
I know when they're like,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
down to 8. I was like,
Yes, I feel like Candy was like, "Oh my god, there's like nobody here," and I was like, "Nobody else is thinking that." Candy, like everyone else is thinking the opposite.
I'm like, there's 8 people.
Well, especially like when UK like is now. Well, I mean, no one got sent home past UK, but UK is now at like the finale. Like it's like Bimini is gonna be crowned any second, and still in Drag Race US, it's anybody's game, and UK started after. UK started after.
Oh, that's how long this season is.
Wow.
She's a super queen.
She's a super long.
This episode's
season.
super, or the season's super long. Yeah.
But should we get into it?
Let's
Like,
get into
Feels
it.
like a season of like Desperate Housewives.
I love
I
Desperate
know-
Housewives.
I need to watch it,
I don't
Brandon.
I
watch
told
it.
you, I tell you all
I
the time
know.
you would love it. It
I
was
love
written
Eva
by-
Longoria.
It was written by one of the creators, or one of the writers of, what is it, Golden Girls. You've done one of the writers'
Yes.
festivals.
I did.
Yeah, it's the We're Funny
festival
That Way
did you do?
festival.
That was hit. Who did
One
that?
of the writers of Desperate Housewives.
Oh my
is-
god!
is
I
the-
feel
the
so
fact.
disrespectful.
Yeah, you-
Thank
But
you
they
for
have
the-
like
thank
40
you for the
episode
opportunity.
seasons.
24.
That's what this feels like.
22.
This feels
like, it's a
like
network.
it's never gonna
It's a
end.
network.
It does feel like it's never going to end, and there are queens. The season is so long that like you have to like really think back to remember remember Kimora? That was months
Who's
ago.
Kimora?
Kimora Hall from the House of
I
Hall.
don't even know who that is.
Samaki doll.
Oh,
She
that's
takes a
who
very
it
long
was.
time to get ready. She wore the Mackie dress.
I forgot who she was because this season has been so long.
And Joey J. Was there
Joey
another
J.
queen? No, I think that's it.
Yeah,
well,
no,
Lala Reed.
There's got to be more. No,
Lala
I'm forgetting
Reed.
someone.
Tamisha Iman.
Tamisha
Tamisha
Iman.
Mon.
There was the one that went home
Who
last
else went home
yesterday.
early?
Who went home last?
Elliot.
Elliot. Oh
with
yeah.
Two T's.
See, I don't even know who
Elliot.
I know this season I'm just like forgetting people's names because I'm like I don't know who is anyone.
I know.
Yeah. I'm not
There-
into it.
It also like I hate to keep bringing up UK, but it's just like the season of UK is so the queens are so strong and like unique that like it's so easy for me to forget about like Elliot with two T's and Joey J because I feel like they're like kind of run of the mill girls. And I love Joey J. This is not a Joey J hate moment. I
Jacob,
do
your
love
mic is crazy right now.
Oh, sorry. I'm trying to move my mic so I can get like into it. Like
I
really,
love that.
really tell you guys how I feel about things.
Oh my god,
You're
let
just,
us
just like a sports commentator. You're just like
let us have it.
And Joey J slides into third. What do we think about that?
Monday Night Raw. I don't know. That's all I know.
I don't know. I can't
What's
do
the-
it.
You know what I was literally about to do? I was about to like hum what I thought was the NHL theme song, but it was gonna be Entertainment Tonight. I was gonna be like, literally thought that was gonna be Hockey Night in Canada. What
I
is
love that
Hockey
we,
Night in
it's like
Canada?
da 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 da.
Isn't it like dun 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 dun?
was.
Oh, I don't know. I thought it was like little...
Da-na-na-na-na.
How do you know? I don't even know that. I don't know that.
It sounds.
I love that we did it in sync, though. We did.
That was
We
beautiful.
harmonized.
Would love to see Hockey Night in Canada be the lip sync for your life song.
Oh, that would be so. If Drag Race Canada did that, that would go viral.
That'd be iconic.
That's so
The hockey
funny.
song would be an
They'd be like,
iconic.
yeah, we like that. We love that.
Oh my! And that's their whole thing. Drag Race Canada, they only pick like Canadian songs, right?
That's
That was their whole
important. That's
deal.
very important.
I love that. They need to do Nelly Furtado.
They probably will.
Okay, so this episode is entitled Freaky Friday. May I ask you guys some questions? When was the first time you guys saw Freaky Friday, and was it the original or was it the Lindsay Lohan?
Never saw the original.
Never saw the original.
I tried to watch it on Disney Plus, and then I was like, "Who is this little lesbian girl?" I'm like, "How did not no one know she was gay? How did not no one know Jodie Foster?"
Jodie Foster.
And then I watched the original in theaters, and I remember being like, "This is the best."
The original is the Lindsay Lohan one. Let's be clear. What should we call the Jodie Foster one? Not the original.
I've never seen it.
The pilot.
The pilot.
The pilot.
Because the
It's
Lindsay
almost like a
Lohan-
song. It's like, certain people put out a song and then someone makes that song so much better. It's like no longer,
You know what it is?
It's like
You know
all
what
along
it-
the Watchtower.
Or like, remember that band did that song? Somebody that I used to know, Gautier, that Gautier song.
Yeah.
But then that band made it popular. That's what Freaky Friday did with Freaky Friday. And
I thought Gautier made the song popular.
You mean Walking Off the Earth? The
Oh,
band
you
that played
mean,
it on
okay,
one
yeah,
guitar?
that's what
You
you're
think
talking
they
about.
made that song popular?
Nah.
did it?
I don't think
They made it popular, but then Gautier was just like, and then everyone was just like, actually, we like the Gautier version better.
TV.
It like,
Yeah,
let's say
there's a better example.
Natalie Imbrugila's "Torn," because it's a cover.
I don't
Or
know.
like Adele. I mean, not Adele. Amy Winehouse. What the fuck's it called? Valerie, exactly.
Welcome.
That's a
great-
cover,
that's-
and that
that's
like no one
great.
knows the original.
No, but I don't know the original.
I feel like that's what we got with
Santana
Freaky
Lopez
Friday.
on Glee. What?
What do
I
we-
thought I thought she wrote that song. I thought it was a Glee original.
So
that
are
was
we
iconically.
Are we Lindsay Lohan young fans? Where do we, as young
Yes.
boys? I had a huge crush on Lindsay Lohan as a young kid.
I loved her. I loved her
loved
and
her.
everything. I loved Parent Trap. I loved all of those.
Confessions of a Teenage Drama
Yes, I remember
Queen.
seeing that in the
Hello.
theaters and then being like,
Yes, me too.
being so scared that I was gonna run into someone from class, so I was like hiding.
I have a
Like,
story
you're seeing
about-
a girls' movie. Like,
I have a story about that. I went to
Tell me.
like a city day camp in the summer, and we had like every Friday or something we'd have like a trip. We'd go to like, you go to Ontario Place or like see a movie.
oh my god, I love those trips.
It was
Yeah.
so much fun, and you got to go downtown. It's a scandal, but like literally, we had to
scandal.
vote on either seeing like some whatever boy movie or Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen, and the camp was like pretty 50-50 boy and girl, and we were living in a very gender binary time,
Yes.
and I remember we
remember.
did a heads down vote. And I remember being like, I remember feeling so free. Like democracy shined on me that day. Because literally I got to
heads
vote
down.
proud and like independently for Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen. And then after, like all the boys were like, oh man, like how'd it happen? And I knew it was me.
And you were just like, yeah, God.
I know,
it's
but-
so bad.
You were
I
the
think-
swing vote.
I was a swing vote. I was Iowa? I don't know. But like literally, and everybody ended up loving the movie because not Freaky Friday. Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen, great movie.
It's a very good movie.
I've never
Freaky
heard of
Don't
it.
Friday.
move on.
I saw Herbie Fully Loaded.
Don't move on. Don't move. Don't move. Don't move. People
so
are
good.
waiting. And I always send Ben that voice like every because that song is always in my head, and I'll always just send it to him.
It's so good. But Freaky Friday is so good. Jamie Lee Curtis, so good. Jamie Lee Curtis basically plays a teenager in that movie.
Yeah.
And it's so fun to see.
With Chad Michael Murray, and they fall in love, and I was like, isn't this kind of weird? Isn't this?
It
kinda
was
weird?
kind of freaky.
It was free. It was a different type.
But I
of
think
freaky Friday.
they made a thing of being like he's 18.
A little
You know what I mean?
racist. The movie's a little racist.
Oh yes, I'd give $1 million to anyone who could find a Disney movie made before, let's say, 2018 that isn't.
Isn't a little
racist.
problematic.
Doesn't-
But I remember
What
I
does
watched
it
this
do?
movie- Well, there's like the whole thing is like they go to a Chinese restaurant, and then the woman is just like, I'm gonna put an ancient Chinese secret on them, and then puts a Chinese curse on them, and they're like,
it's very Disney has a very long history of
like,
kind of like infantilizing Asian people, especially.
Yeah, and I was just like, okay, like watching it again, I was like, okay, what is this?
And then they go back. But and then they go back to the restaurant, and the woman in the Chinese restaurant is like, "No, you have to work out your problems."
She's like, "You got to sort it out."
And do you know what, Jacob? They do.
They do.
I've never. What movie is this?
Freaky Friday.
They switch, but you know the premise.
I saw Freaky Friday when I was like 9 years old. I remember there was a class field trip, and I forgot to get money from my parents to go on it. So I was one of the few kids who didn't go on the class field trip, and then you stay behind with the teacher and you watch a movie. And we watched.
That's iconic.
We watched Freaky Friday. It is a bonding experience. You bond with a few kids.
Because you know what? Those are like people write stories about those moments. No one writes stories. No one tells stories of people.
I love to say that Ben was in the band in Freaky Friday. I love to say Ben and Mitch were in the bands, in Lindsay's bands.
Oh my god, those girls in the band in Freaky Friday.
Yeah. Don't wanna grow up, just wanna get out. Hey, take me. They need to do a lip sync to that song.
They do.
Put Lindsay on.
If I chose a lip sync songs, I would be so happy.
Rumors
was a lip sync song this season.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't even remember. It's so long ago.
Just Gottmik lip synced in the first
episode.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh yeah, it was.
That was fun.
There was a lot of lip
3 years ago.
There was a lot of lip syncs that day.
Yeah.
There was a pre-pandemic.
The first episode of the season, you really have to think there are a lot.
Do you have a favorite Lindsay Lohan song?
Rumors. What else does she have?
Over. That Girl. Teenage Drama Queen. Theme from Confessions of a Teen.
I mean, I do love that song, but I wasn't big into her discography. I was more of a Hillary Duff girl.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
If you had to pick one of the three as a kid, Amanda Bynes, Hillary Duff, or Lindsay Lohan, which one did you
Amanda
most...
Bynes.
I like the ones that could sing.
Ooh.
Amanda Bynes, she was a comedy prodigy, first of all.
100%.
She honestly, and I say this with full earnestly, she's the reason why I got into comedy. I was obsessed with the Amanda Bynes show. I thought it was hilarious.
Amanda.
So fucking good. I lived and died for it. I thought it was so great. And then, I mean, her films, She's the Man, What a Girl Wants, Sydney White.
Well, I can see a lot of Amanda Bynes in you. Yeah, now that you say it, I can see the Amanda Bynesisms.
I love Amanda Bynes, and I really respect the journey she's on, and I think we all need to give her space.
It's very hard for me to choose between Lindsay and Hillary. I don't know. That's a Sophie's choice for me.
Yeah, you don't have to choose.
I can't do it. I love them both. I wish Lindsay had a show. I wish she had her own like Disney whatever show, but she didn't.
It is strange. Like Lindsay Lohan and Amanda Bynes had the trajectories to be like the biggest stars to ever exist.
Yeah.
And it's wild. But it also is like, who knows if anyone wants that shit. So I'd rather be the fucking host of this podcast, you know what I'm saying, than host of the Amanda Bynes show. A lot of pressure.
I feel that. The weight of being a child star would have crushed me dead.
Oh my God, I've been fucking screwed.
I had to write a lot of things about Lindsay Lohan this week on the show one of the shows that I'm writing on. Because, so there's something called NRTs, which are NFTs, non-fungible tokens. And it's basically like people are selling this like digital art, and they're selling like these things called them through NFTs. I don't know, it doesn't make any sense. But Lindsay has been getting in on it and selling like crazy artwork of herself. And now they're worth like $12 million or something.
You gotta invest in that crypto, baby.
Yeah, it's a crypto thing. You
gotta invest in that Ethereum. I'm over here. I got my investments going on. I'm over here. I got my Wealthsimple app open.
Oh my God! Speaking of
maybe
investments,
teach me. Yeah.
I was gonna segue. Listen to this.
Speaking of investments.
Speaking of investments, who are we invested in as the queens enter the workroom for this week's episode?
None of them.
No. Jesus.
Oh my god.
I'm still invested in Simone.
I'm still invested in Simone.
Yeah, I'm invested in Simone, but I'm just like, hurry up. I want to fast forward.
Someone who the stocks have plummeted for me, Utica Queen. Utica said something to me that solidified her fate as a queen that I just can't connect with, I guess. When she said, she was like, she loved the lip sync she did. She was like, I feel great. I feel rejuvenated. And then she was like, in my eyes, I did a great lip sync. And I feel like it was delusional because I even forget what she did and what song it was.
Ben, may I say what you were saying? I, as a wealth simple trader, an owner of the app, you're saying the Utica Queen stock is low, which is the time that you buy. And that's when you buy. And guess who fucking won this week? If you buy when the stock's low, you sell when it's high. I'm Jim Cramer. I'm talking numbers up in here.
Jacob, this is incredible.
Okay, Susie Orman, damn.
I've lost $300 in the stock market this week. Let's go.
Oh, yes. Did you, because when the episode starts, they kind of like set it up to see like who's going to succeed, who's going to do well. Did we think this was going to be a good week for her? I thought they were setting her up to fail the whole time. The editors, they really got me with that.
They tricked you.
I was so excited when they gave her Simone. I think when they saw Utica pull out the wig last week and they knew this challenge was coming up, they're like, we're giving her Simone and we're going to watch her just like her skin crawl. She didn't know what to do.
Let's go back a little bit. What did we think of when Tina revealed her haircut?
Oh, the haircut. I love that. And you know what? I even have this in my notes. This episode, and like more and more, I really like Tina. I think Tina is one of the girls. I think she can hang. I think she's so funny. Mm-hmm. And like, I really love to see all the queens like laugh together. I'm like,
what's the worst?
They're all friends.
What's the worst haircut y'all had?
Probably right now, if I'm honest. It's awful.
No, you look cute.
I'm faking it. You can't really tell, but
got the hat on.
With the hat on,
it's very Ash Ketchum.
But it's at that length where it's not long, it's not short. It's just really clunky.
Not a girl, not yet a woman.
The neck is not a girl, not yet a woman.
I got this haircut one time, and I went to the barber. I went to like the Promenade Mall, the mall in Thornhill where I grew up. I went to the mall and I went into this like boutique. And there was this girl working there, and I was like, hey, I want a haircut. And she was the receptionist, and she was like, all our barbers are busy. And I was like, okay. And then she was like, but I'll cut your hair for $20.
Oh, no. I would have been
I was like,
girl.
Okay. And she really did not know how to cut hair. It became very apparent that she was more of a receptionist.
When was the moment you realized?
The thing with haircuts is they make you take off your glasses, so I can't see till it's over. So I'm done. Like by the time you fucked up my hair, I can't do anything. So I was just like, all right, this is who I am. I don't really value what I look like enough to care. That's the thing. I just walked out. People laughed at me. It was fun.
So many bad haircuts. There was one guy who shaved off half of my eyebrow, and I didn't realize until I left the barber shop. And then we complained, and he was like, "Yes, son is too fussy, woman." And then so there was that one. Okay, so I have like, I don't know, you can't really see it anymore. It used to be much more apparent, but I have like a widow's peak. It used to be very, very intense. My friends would call it a Whoville hairline. And people would always screw it up, and I was very self-conscious of it. People used to call me Dracula. So then one time I tried shaving it off, but I went too crazy, and I just shaved off like the whole part of my hair. And this was like when I also would straighten my hair, so it was just like at one time it was just like it looked like I was balding, but then also had two different hair textures. So this was grade 9, yeah.
Oh my god, this is grade 9.
Yeah.
No, that's the age where you
want to look
experiment
cute.
with like grooming. I remember because like I get a lot of coarse unibrow hairs grow in the middle, and like I would like be obsessed with shaving them, but with like a dry like nothing on razor and get like
she likes it raw.
It was like raw, like eaten alive. It was awful, but what I was feeling my fantasy in the moment, I was like, this is self-care.
You're just like, much. It was like Mulan.
It was like
Yeah.
Mulan. Oh, with a sword.
Okay, so now we're going to the psychic.
The psychic reading. Rue teleports the queens to a couch on the
Did we
main
like that
stage.
bit?
I loved it. I love that shit. I think it's so much
I
fun.
wonder how much that cost.
I'm straight. I
Not a
don't
lot.
believe in any of it. You know that.
We haven't even gotten to that part. We're just talking about them teleporting from the couch.
I don't even believe in teleportation. I don't believe
Well,
in
no,
it.
I
Straight
mean,
guys
the
don't
thing-
believe in teleportation. We don't believe the science is there
What
yet.
about Star
for it.
Trek? Isn't that
I just
y'all?
don't believe. Yeah, I guess they believe. That's more of like the incel steel like crew. I
Is
don't
that
know.
not you?
That's still us, but
You're
I'm
wearing
just not.
a snowman right now.
It's my girlfriend's sweatshirt. I
Okay.
don't know what to say.
I'm just calling you out.
I think this psychic reading in particular, I thought was fake
I
because
thought
it's
it was
like
100% fake.
because it's like the producers know a lot about these queens. Like the producers could have easily been like, "Oh, Tina has daddy issues. Let's bring that up."
Is that your dad? Did he drive a truck?
Finding out is hey, that's something you could find out by just finding pictures on the internet, maybe. And also, like, that's probably just a good guess. You look at also like Tina Burner's build, and like she comes from truck driving people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like these are.
Look at her
I
build
think-
and she comes. The fuck?
You know what I mean? She has like a
What
very
is
like
wrong?
masculine.
I don't know
She
what
has like
that
a very
means.
What is that?
masculine.
She's got a
She, like,
truck
has, like,
driver's
a-
build. She's been
she's, like,
built
an
for
American-
Not
driving.
even she has the build of a truck driver. She has the build of someone who's in the family
Yes.
of truck
She
drivers.
looks like she can sit for a long time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
or her
Truly.
ancestors can.
Looks like she eats a lot of gas station food.
Yes, and literally she wears overalls. She wears the hat.
Okay. Okay.
That's more like
Farmer.
firefighter stuff.
Or
That's more like in a
farmer.
fire truck.
Yeah, but
She
it's
looks like
not-
she's
that's-
always in a fire truck.
It's
That's
New York.
but she's a good psychic. She kept it broad. She said truck, and it could have been narrowed down to anything. It could have been fire.
Yeah, what about the cow? What do we think of Clara the cow?
Larry saying Tina Burner was built for drinking Budweiser and sitting in a chair. Absolutely.
Nobody think about Clara the cow? Nobody.
Claire. Oh, I mean, I loved how Denali was not buying it.
Yeah,
Denali
she
was
just
like, I love kind of Denali just being like, what is happening? I mean, I don't know. The only thing that I thought was like fun from that was the Rose Denali. Do you have a crush on each other? That was kind of fun. But again, like these are things that like she doesn't have to be a psychic to find out. She just
You
has to
can
be a
just
bit of a
see.
gossip. I feel like gay people are naturally psychic because people tell us.
Have you ever had a psychic moment?
No,
Never?
never.
Jacob.
Have you ever had a psychic moment?
I've had all these
I had-
weird moments.
I've had weird moments. I remember one time I had a dream and I woke up and that exact dream happened to me, like exactly in sequence to how
Oh my
I had
god,
the
are you
dream.
Raven Simone?
You are.
It wasn't like a crazy like occurrence, but it was just like it was just exact and it felt weird that
Did you
like,
try to
that
save the
happened.
situation then end up misbehaving?
No,
That's
it
what I
wasn't even
wanna
like
know.
involving
That's what I
people.
wanna
It was
know.
just like the movements
That's
I
what I
had
wanna
gone
know.
through and like where like I don't know.
That's what I want to know. That is not.
I'm trying to say I robbed a bank in my dreams. I woke
I've
up, I
had
robbed a
several,
bank.
but they were just like I predicted that Natalie was gonna be on Natasha Leggero gala at JFL, which is very specific. But
You know who fed Natasha Leggero fruit at that gala?
you?
This guy. Boom.
Why'd you feed her fruit?
Backstage. I went to that Just for Laughs festival with Che Durena because he was on that festival and he was on that gala, and I was backstage with Natasha Leggero feeding her fruit.
Why
while
were
she
you
gave
feeding her fruit?
intros. It was part of the intro. She was like giving someone an intro while I fed her fruit.
Oh,
Pretty cool.
Oh, that's hot.
I was
That's
even
hot.
on TV.
That's hot. I didn't know. Did you get paid for that?
Oh my god.
No, because I wasn't. They didn't use it in the end, like in the eventual TV. They just used it live at the show.
There was another thing. There was another thing. This is very dramatic. This is a very dark story. Trigger warning, suicide,
Trigger warning.
etc.
Ooh.
Craziness. So what happened was, I was supposed to go to this party this day, and then the day before the party, or a couple weeks before, or even like a couple days before the party, I had like a vision, and I just like woke up in the middle of the night, and I was like, someone is gonna die. And then I like messaged my friend, and I was like, someone is gonna die. Someone's gonna die. I can feel it. And then whatever, the day before the party, I had this like crazy dream where someone died, and I was being chased, and there was at an apartment building, and then I don't know exactly what was happening, but then the day of that party came, and I was like, I'm not going to this party. This is like a sign that someone is telling me not to go to that party. And then the day after that party, there was this other friend that was supposed to go to the party, and then my friend messaged me and was like, yo, she committed suicide. And I was like, and that was my psychic moment.
Oh my God, Brendan.
Yeah.
That's so upsetting. But, I mean...
But you could have gone to the party.
You could
No, I couldn't have. That was the
I don't want to
universe.
be like an asshole here, but like I don't. Was she at the party?
I don't know.
Was she like, I hate this party? And then
Maybe
she
the
jumped?
party
Like, what
was
happened?
I have no idea.
Was it that bad of a party?
Maybe it was a bad party, but yo, we miss you. We miss
All
you.
right. Yeah, rest in peace. Holy shit.
my
I'm
God,
sorry.
well, if you're
Mood
concerned-
killer. Yeah.
If you're
Mood
concerned
killer.
about anyone in your life, just message Brandon. Brandon might know.
I might know.
Yeah, Brandon, I'm
But-
never inviting you to a party again. Holy
I will
shit.
never go.
You just message me the day of.
You
like,
know I don't
think
go
you're
to
gonna
parties.
Die.
But now
Maybe that's why I don't go to
aside-
parties.
Wow. Well, the psychic moment concludes with the queens teleporting back into the workroom, and Miss RuPaul Charles himself reveals the main challenge of the week, which is the makeover challenge. Freaky Friday style, and he pairs the queens. And then, okay, this was bullshit. When he was like, so the psychic is the psychic paired the queens based off of what she thinks, how she thinks each queen could learn something from the other queen or something. And that didn't even make sense because, like, for instance, Candy was talking about how she didn't like Rosé or something, so wouldn't it have been made more sense for like Candy to be with like Rosé?
No, that was definitely a producer's decision.
It was, yeah. It just felt like producer. They should have just been like the producers have paired you up. That
The
would have
producer is psych. That was actually the producer. It wasn't even a psychic.
truly. And so the pairs are Tina and Rosé, Utica and Simone. Simone looks upset when they get picked. Did you? I don't know if I was projecting that or not, but it seemed like Simone was visibly concerned. the
No,
moment it all
you're
happened.
other. Yeah, we picked that up.
And also, Utica does this thing I noticed where like she'll like do a little tickle to like someone's chest. You know what I mean? And I feel like Utica's one of those people, and we all know someone who's like this, who's like a little bit too kind of like touchy. You know what I mean? Like Utica will like kind of just it's so like it's like a praying mantis kind of like about to eat me. It looks like.
It's a critter. She's a critter.
She's a critter. And she did that to Simone, and I feel like Simone even recoiled. I don't know.
Yeah, she was like, nah, stop.
She was like not into it. And then got Mick and Candy.
Ugh.
And
That annoyed me.
Denali and Olivia. Is that all the pairings? Yes.
I
Yeah,
think
that's
so,
all
There's
parents.
4.
8 left.
Only 8 left.
So what did
And
we think
right-
of all... Oh, sorry.
No, I was gonna literally ask
Only
what
Yeah,
you
okay.
ask.
Well, yeah, what did we think of all of the pairings?
Some of them felt like, yeah, these work and they're interesting, and then some of them just felt not.
Some of
I
them
don't
are
know,
just like dumb. Like I hate that they always
Yeah.
try to like whenever there's a big girl and there's like something like this, they're like, okay, let's give someone who's the exact opposite of you. Just
Yeah.
to like, and I'm like, you're putting them at such a disadvantage because all the big girls have always talked about there's not enough like fabric for them. There's not enough like mannequins that fit their
Yeah.
body, and it's just like it's very sad that.
Yeah, it felt.
I mean, they did.
it, Even when they were all like getting ready and kikiing, like all the girls seemed to be having fun, and it was like not even. It was kind of just like a bummer to see Candy be like, "Well, no, like I actually am concerned that I'm gonna look stupid on this runway because Gottmik is like smaller than me," and then vice versa, like all of Candy's clothes will look too big on Gottmik. Like they talk about it throughout the episode, but they had
Yeah.
like way. I feel like it was a bonding challenge for the girls mostly, but for like Candy and Gottmik
Yeah.
specifically, it was like a sewing challenge.
Yeah,
Like, they
everyone had
really
to
did
switch
have-
outfits, but they had to
Yeah.
like they made it so much
like
harder.
Simone and Utica, that's like almost
The same
illegally
body.
unfair. Like it's truly like their bodies are just like that's all they had to do with the clothes. And like Tina and Rosé, that there's a case there. Just I guess that they're like there's size difference because Tina's like a lot taller.
They're
and
just like
broader.
but they took it in. They just took it in slightly.
Yeah.
They didn't have
But
to
it-
like reconstruct it.
It seemed unfair, and also it was kind of like I don't know. The fun of the makeover challenge is you get to see like the queen's aesthetic like a mirrored on another queen, and we didn't get that. We just got like fun house mirror versions of like all the other queens. Like they should have just like picked people to make over and have them like quarantine for 2 weeks to film an episode of Drag Race. I'm sure there are diehard fans who would quarantine for 2 weeks to do that. You know what I mean? IDK.
I guess that's why they did it, because they were just like, oh, we can't bring other people in. What can we do? A switch.
Yeah.
New thing.
They could have done. Couldn't they have done like the people who work on the show?
Oh, that would also work.
I love when they did that on season 9. That was that was like the best episode of the season. Everybody loved
Wintergreen. Everyone loves Wintergreen.
Iconic.
Wintergreen.
If they did that again, Wintergreen. If they did that again, but with like other crew members, that would have been the coolest. But I guess like they have like lives. Like
I'm sure they also can't do it. It's so complicated. But it really does. Like, this season has been so affected by COVID, but also just affected by their own, like, why make it so long? You know, it's so hard to get into this season. Honestly, watching this episode for me was difficult. And we're doing a podcast, so I'm like, I gotta talk about this episode. But I'm like, I'm so out of this season. Like, when I watch Drag Race UK, I'm like, I'm fucking into this. They set this up well. All the episodes have felt iconic. Like, so many moments have happened. This season, I'm like, there's been some moments, but they've felt so long ago. I feel disconnected from them.
It feels like the peak of the season happened way too early. Because it feels like it started off with such a big, like, all anyone could talk about was how, like, this whole twist and everything. And it feels like now it's just a standard season.
Okay.
That's too long. Oh, are the comments?
I'm just reading the comments. Someone wrote, David P. wrote, JK, I don't have a gag reflex, Miss Thing. And I was just like, okay.
Of course, that's the comments you're reading.
Someone wrote, why is this low-key cringe, but I love? We stand 3 straight men.
They think you're straight. We love it.
I love when this happens.
I love when they think you guys are straight.
Yeah.
That's so ridiculous.
The Whitney Houston effect. So we're not talking about Mean Girls. It's based on a book, Confessions. There's Monica Garrido.
Monica,
I love you. The Amanda Show. I'm sorry, I forgot to check the comments. I usually always am with the comments. Jacob is living this glamorous life. It's true, it's true. All of you are cute. We need an OnlyFans collab. Okay.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness. The
OnlyFans.
children are thirsty.
Our fans are thirsty.
Fans are thirsty. I love it. But yeah, like, who's that? So Abby saying the makeover challenge was always better when they had unconventional people to make over, so that there was an actual transformation.
Very true.
Abby, Abby, first of all, love, because Abby, you are bringing up a point that is a great one, because that's the best part of the makeover challenge, is to see the makeover. And like, we've seen all these queens in drag before. The only thing that was kind of fun was seeing like the different makeup, but even then, that's not enough. Like, it's like, I want to see, like, remember the early seasons when they would bring like literally like busted straight men, like legit, like
bricks?
Men from like bricks, like men from the gutter, and would bring
but
them
then
in.
they also had that weird thing where that straight guy broke down and was being homophobic. They can't do that.
There was
again.
a lot.
He was being homophobic?
You don't remember that? He was
There
like,
was a
my friends would make fun of me if they saw this. He was on like a basketball team.
Yeah, and like, there was later revealed, I think there's tea, that he did that because he cheated on his girlfriend, and it was his girlfriend getting back at him and being like, you have to do this now. So he really didn't want to be there. And he also, he puked. He had to leave the runway because he had to puke. He was the same
wild.
man. Yeah.
I don't even remember what season this was.
I think this was season
I gotta rewatch it.
5? 4?
That's why you can't have the straights on Drag Race.
We gotta have Jacob on. Jacob would be a good makeover challenge.
Jacob would be great.
Love to
Well,
get
yeah,
Jacob
like,
got
Drag
ass.
Race.
When they
Jacob
made
could
over
do it.
like a lot of those straight crew men, they were all like gorgeous straight men. Like, it was the best.
Jacob,
We should put you in drag.
let's vote Jacob as makeover.
The queens are getting ready and doing their drag. Candy and Gottmik are struggling. Should we get into Utica once again revisiting this narrative
Lord
of her?
fucking
Utica,
Jesus!
I will say this: Utica Utica was chewing on her thumb as if the cure for white guilt was like inside.
She was like, so nervous.
Is this appropriation?
Here's the thing. And obviously I'm a non-black person, but Simone even said it when she was like Utica needs. She was like Utica. I'm to not paraphrase. Here's what she said.
She wrote it down.
She says Utica needs to focus on embodying my drag, not my skin color. She literally, and like, that is what Utica's doing, and it seems to me like Utica is so, like, focused on the optics of it all, that she's literally, like, forgetting that Simone's, like, a drag queen, a person,
she's
an artist.
Just like, she's black.
She's just black, period, and that, the fear that she has in of itself is the racism. Literally.
I feel like Utica grew up in Utica, which I don't know where the fuck that is, but I assume there's no black people there. I assume she knew 0 black people growing up, does not know how to talk to black people or interact with black people or what is racist because she just genuinely doesn't.
I've never met a black.
She just seems ignorant.
They don't have their phones at Drag Race. She can't even.
She's
Google.
looking through her Bible, like, how do I talk to?
Is there any black characters in here?
Philly Man, yes. Yeah.
Oh my god. I can't believe this podcast has resorted to reading the Bible. But it really...
It's right here.
It also
Utica, but that's also... Wait, sorry.
I was just saying that Utica, like, also, like, is now... I think since she's been called out by the Queen's last episode, she's doing this thing where she's, like... She's now done, like, a full 180 where she's... Instead of being kooky, she's being, like, okay, like... I'm gonna be very cognizant of everyone's needs. Like, the way she was talking to Simone felt very, like, it's like, talk to her normal. Like, why are you talking to her like a nurse? You sound like a nurse right now.
Black.
That's literally, I feel like all what's going on through Utica's brain is that. She just can't.
I was just like annoying liberalism. Like, you should just like have like a cut screen of like what she's doing and then me translating what's actually happening.
Yeah. And she just, the whole part, and like also just for being like, I mean when Utica, when she was like asking what BAPS was, and she was like,
what is?
She was like, is that?
BAPS?
She was like,
can I say that?
She was like, so is this a movie that people like? And Simone's like, yeah.
People.
So people know about this movie.
People know BAPS.
It was, and then like it seemed like frustrating too because Utica, like, it's like Simone, a black person, is telling you, I want you to wear this. Like, listen to her.
Well, you're being welcomed into the culture. I'm also glad that they did a BAPS tribute because the co-star of BAPS that starred opposite Halle Berry died recently.
That's
and
right.
She was also in Cinderella, the Cinderella with Brandy. But I like that. But I was just like so annoyed. I was just like,
it's awkward. It's frustrating to see. I mean, if we're getting into the microaggressions of it all, there's also a little thing I noticed with Got Mick when she was trying to get her the candyisms down.
She was like, "Yo,
yeah,
I'm gonna fight you."
Yeah, and Candy herself was even like what's that all about? Like, so it was this what felt like almost like a somber makeover challenge. Like, I feel like the makeover challenge past, it's very much like you see like the cute little bond each queen forges with. Like, you know what I remember when the season 8 when they made over the girls from Little Women LA and like Chi Chi and her makeover partner like bonding. I don't know, like I just stuff like that is really cute when you like like wintergreen, like peppermint and wintergreen, like all that stuff is like so special.
All Stars when they remade like their best friends, their
like
or family members,
Judies.
Their best Judies, yes. Oh, I love that one. Monet and Patty, iconic. Like, it's I missed that. I was kind of missing that the whole time because it's also like it brings like energy into the workroom to have like new people. Period. I think.
Well, they can't do that with COVID.
Okay, so we get to the runway. Before I get to the runway,
okay, let's do it
first. Spencer,
Rosé. We do it.
I thought of an idea.
Our producer Spencer always brings us the pictures.
Shout out Spencer. Spencer, we stand. So first we have Rosé as Tina. when Tina was doing Rosé's makeup, it was so funny. She looks so bad. I think Rosé looks awful, but I love it. I think she looks awful,
terrible.
but it's like this is Tina though. Like you can't say like mission accomplished. You know what I mean?
That is.
And I say that being a true Tina fan after this episode. Tina made me laugh throughout this episode. She is fully realized to me as maybe like the funniest queen this season. I don't know. Like I think she's really funny. I don't know. When they were rehearsing and like Tina was like, be like, no, Rosé, like you're being too Rosé about it. I thought it was cute, but overall, ugly. And the reveal, the reveal was.
I was
fun,
just like, was that Tina?
Yeah, Tina's never really
so.
done that. Actually, no, Tina does love a reveal. I
Yeah,
think. She's done a couple. Yeah, I mean, thank you, Rosé.
Thank you,
and
Rosé.
Tina.
For
The
sharing.
next time we have Tina Burner as Rosé. I mean, this one I thought was kind of pretty.
Well, when she was just like, I don't like pink, and I was just like, you wear red, yellow, and olive colors, and orange. I'm like, what do you think is a variant of all of those colors?
I know. It seems like you should like it.
They're in the same realm.
She always looks like a taxi from the 40s.
This made me realize something because sometimes you look at a queen and you're like, oh, you'd probably look maybe better if someone else did your makeup or if you had different makeup. And I realized like, no, Tina. No, listen, I'm saying Tina's
Jesus.
Tina, and Tina I think looks better when she does her own makeup. And the judges this episode were like, oh, we finally saw Tina's eyes and everything. And personally, I thought the past couple of runways, especially like Tina's taxi runway and the Fascinator runway, I thought her makeup looked really pretty, especially for Tina. So I don't know. Tina, I think, is fine just the way she is. Next up, Olivia Lux as Denali. What do we think?
She got red big for this.
It was
one.
like the embodiment was like on point, but except for the skating. The skating was so bad.
The makeup was terrible.
Yeah, the makeup looked like a Snapchat filter. It was shocking. This is like, oh yes, Spencer, you're a queen. The ice skates on the fingernails, cute touch.
But I don't get it. It's like maybe focus on the makeup first.
Yeah.
Like how do you know that like her like
I feel like Denali did not. Did Denali do her makeup?
yeah, her hairline looked
Yeah,
ridiculous.
Denali was just like, I don't know how to do this on a black person or something. Like that's what I think happened.
It wasn't very good, and I think it brings us to our next, which is Denali as Olivia, which was even worse in my opinion.
Oh
I
my
didn't
god!
like it.
I thought that was Stephanie Germanata for a second.
Oh,
Germanota. It does look like Lady Gaga right there.
Yeah, it kind of looks like Lady Gaga.
It just felt like
Or Madonna.
Bad to a little bit Madonna.
No, this is more Gaga.
Back the last picture kind of looked like Madonna, but I don't know.
I didn't like it. It just was boring, and I feel like Olivia's worn like really fun, colorful stuff.
Yeah, I thought it would have been like
any of it.
I thought it would have been like a short skirt.
Yes.
With like big hair and her like strutting down, like
bopping
around. That's what I thought.
Yes, it should have been like cute, like a cute, like even just like anything but that hair. Like I want it to be like fun hair, fun
curly.
like clips in the hair, curly, and like I don't know. I feel like no, not. Oh my god, I literally had an aneurysm. I wanted to call her Denali, but I was like, that's not Denali, that's Olivia, because they were switched! Literally heard my echo there for a second.
Ouch.
Oh my god, ouch. Sorry, listeners. But I thought, like, it's just like Olivia has such a joyful energy, and like, she's not, like, I don't get, like, regal pageant vibes from Olivia. I get more, like, girl next door, flirty, kind of, like 19-year-old vibes. Like she's like a young girl, not like a regal woman. You know what I mean?
It's weird. Like this is a challenge where you show like how well you see yourself. And it's like it's interesting to be like, oh, you don't really get what you presented for the last whatever weeks. Like you came here thinking you're a pageant queen, but you think that, but then you came here, you did all the challenges where You got some designer to design you all these outfits, so you haven't presented a pageant queen once. So to just like turn back to that is kind of like just not really acknowledging everything you've done.
Everything you've done and what you've put forth.
Yeah. That is no, Jacob. You first of all are a psychiatrist. After saying that, because
a psychiatrist. You're a medical doctor.
I got my doctorate now.
You got your MD.
And I think Simone said something too, being like when she was teaching Utica how to walk like Simone, she like had to look inward and be like, well, how do I walk? And that really, it does pose like an interesting question of like, if you had to teach someone how to behave like yourself, like how would you? Because there is the version of ourselves that we like think we are, but like I don't know, maybe we're all a little bit different than we ever would have expected.
If I had to dress you as anyone as me, I put you in a dumb looking sweatshirt and then you put on glasses and then your drag is fucking, you're done, you're good, you're dragged. And
I'd hand out samples.
Yeah, go to Loblaws.
Do a quick set at the corner.
God, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure they love my drag race podcast. Shout out.
The corner east, maybe. If it still exists, I don't know. But then next up on the runway, we have, oh my goodness, Simone as Utica.
Dun, 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 dun.
What do we think? Because Simone really, when she was trying on a different look, she was really worried.
This looks like Pan's Labyrinth.
Brandon! You and I are psychic sisters until the end
always,
of time.
always.
I thought this exactly. I was like, this is literally that freaky creature from Pan's Labyrinth. Yeah. Pan himself.
Mr. Pan.
Mr. Pan.
It looks really cool.
It was really cool. I thought, I mean, again, I feel like Utica has a drag style, I think also, where like she could have like come out here as like a pile of twigs and they would have been like, this is Utica to a T. So like, I'm like, that was cool, but it wasn't my favorite. I must say, I wasn't like screaming for this look, but I liked it.
Yeah, it was good. It was all right. It was fun.
It was good. I thought the hair was fun, but I thought like the muscly flesh bodysuit Simone had under was more interesting than like the kind of spandexy cape thing.
Well, I couldn't really make it like, I thought it was very like flowy. Like it wasn't like, I don't know. It was just hard to like find what it was because she was constantly like, whoa.
Yeah. I think if Simone wasn't like moving around and making it freaky, if she was just walking normal, it would have been boring.
Yeah.
So, but then
that's part of the thing. Yeah.
That's part of it. She
part of the package.
And next we have a Utica as Simone. I loved this look, and I don't love Utica, but I love this whole time. It was like I wish I was watching this look on Simone.
Have you ever seen Baps?
I have not.
Okay.
What's Baps?
Baps is called Black American Princesses, and it stars Halle Berry. It's one of Halle Berry's first big movie roles with this other girl that was I can't remember her name, but she's dead now. But she's very funny, and it's a very good movie. It's like an iconic black movie. You would like it. It's very campy.
Baps. Huge shout out to Baps.
Yeah.
And that's like a character from Baps?
Yeah, that's what they dress like, yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. Now I see. Yeah.
The look it's gorgeous. The hair is like Simone. What we can always expect from Simone is that she'll always have like fun hair, like a fun creative updo. You know, she celebrates like black hair in that way where it's like kind of referencing like hair shows. Like
he knows about hair shows. Yes,
a little bit maybe, but I really
Jacob, do you know about hair shows?
No, I don't know about anything. Clearly,
Brandon.
I grew up in Utica.
You grew up in
Jacob.
Utica.
I think Jacob would like genuinely.
You would love
a hair show.
So
what is a hair show?
So a hair show is kind of like think of like a runway, like a fashion runway, but it's like all of these different like black hairstylists do the craziest like hairstyles. They'll have like it'll be like a windmill fan. It'll be like a jet and like shoots glitter.
Like Jacob, literally anything everything. You could ever.
Yeah,
that's
it's
awesome.
Just like
I want to watch someone like give birth.
Yeah, they probably have that.
Then there are like competitions too, where like
all
they'll
over
be
the
like
South,
hairstyles like on a stage, and they have like an hour and something to create like a full like hair look, and like all watch it. I think there's like like an HBO show that's coming out soon about hair shows. I don't know. that's a story for another day, to quote
Yeah.
Taste.
Okay. Yeah. Let's move on.
But I this look on both Utica and Simone were clearly the best.
Yeah, this like I think very
I
early
thought
on we
Candy
knew who
and
the
Thing were the
bottoms and the
best.
tops were.
Okay, well let's.
I think this
let's
was
get
one of
into
those
it.
episodes very obvious who we'd get bottoms and tops.
Yeah, it was a close call. Like when Gottmik came out as Candy, I did get Candy. I mean, also Candy's good at makeup. Like seeing Candy's makeup on Gottmik, I'm like, oh, Candy's like really good at makeup. Which like I always knew about Candy's makeup, but like to see it on another person, you're like, oh, she's like a very talented makeup artist. I love this look. I thought it was fun. I loved how they had the Candy's gap. I thought that was really cute. The judges seemed to really like it as well. What do we think?
I like that they
I
spoke.
liked it.
People usually don't speak on
Yeah.
the runway.
That,
I like
that
seeing
was,
people
bye.
speak. It's like, why is no one breaking the
Yeah.
fourth wall? They're sitting there. I would do it.
It is.
Bye.
It is funny. Yeah, I love when Candy was imitating Gottmik on the runway. When Candy's like, "Hi, Gorge," but it's like still
Yeah.
Candy's voice. That was cute. But Candy as Gottmik, what do we think? I think stunning,
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Mm.
I love it. I just think it's great. A
It's
black
very,
and white
like-
look looks great.
Like Batman.
I think we all knew
Yeah.
Gottmik was going to do very well at this. Right
Yeah.
away.
Batman Beyond. That's what it reminds me of.
Oh, Brandon,
Yeah,
totally
yeah,
like
yeah.
those freaky like
Yeah.
rivers.
Yeah.
Totally, the hair's very that. I mean, it's also like, I feel like Candy, like this also feels like something that Candy could wear as well. I think like, because even the runway Candy wore last episode was a little bit like this, like a black and white kind of frilly, almost like circusy kind of look. So like Candy looked great. I loved Candy doing Gottmik mannerisms on the runway. I thought that was cute. Yeah,
Is that it?
I liked it. I think that's it.
Is that
Not
it,
crazy.
Spencer?
Well, I get the judges' critique.
Yep, that
Yeah,
is
the
it. That is it.
Ooh, Spencer.
Oh, we got Spencer's voice.
Oh my god!
The fans wanted it. Everyone
Okay.
wanted it. Spencer
It's
dropped
like,
in.
who's that man?
Imagine they thought Spencer was fake, and we were like,
It was just me being like. Yeah.
but okay, so I mean, what the best part of the critique was when Rue asked my favorite question: who do you think should go home tonight and why? And all the queens, well, most of them said
Olivia.
Miss Olivia
It's
Lux,
Olivia.
which I felt bad for Olivia. The whole
Yeah.
time I was kind of being like, oh.
What would you be able to handle that in that situation?
Oh my god, I think about this every day, and I'm not even kidding. I put myself in reality TV show situations in my
Me too.
brain all the time. I'm not even kidding. The amount of lip syncs I've done alone into my bedroom where I'm sending home my best friend and I'm like crying, iconic. I will win an Emmy. I'd win an Emmy, period. But and you know my favorite part is when you're lip syncing a friend is this moment before the lip sync. When they're like this. And then they go, that's my favorite.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I if they were saying it was all me, I would, and not that they were all calling out Candy, but I would have pulled like a Candy muse when I would have not sat there and take it. Like if everyone's calling my name, I would literally be like, all right, like you've all like got to say your piece, and then I'd be like, this is bullshit, and here's why each of you should go home. And I would say every girl who had said my name, I would give the judges a reason to go home. Because here's the thing, the girls in that moment, I feel like, and the girls in every moment, they never realize that the judges aren't specifically looking for you to answer the question or even complete a challenge. They just want you to make a good TV moment. And that's why people like Candy kind of like going off script and like getting mad and saying like, I'm going to defend myself for a bit, or like, I don't know. I think we need more of that. And if any girl said that I should go home that night, I would have not stood there and take it. And it would have been great.
I would have been like, all of them should have gone home. All of them should go home. I should be here. Let's call it right now.
Yes.
That's how I would do it.
But here's the thing. Sometimes I feel like that is a little bit of a cop-out because it's
That's
almost
me copping
like...
out.
Because, like, I feel like that's almost saying, like, nobody should go home. Because it's
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to do.
like, oh, But Brendan, I'd want you.
You do not cop out on the runway. Remember when everyone copped out and they all had to lip sync? She'll punish you. Rue's evil.
That
You
is
can't
true.
cop out. Rue's evil. She'll put you in the bottom if you cop out. I would throw
also-
someone under the bus. You're not even throwing someone under the bus. If you say something like, to be honest, I think Olivia's performed really well throughout this competition. I think she's an incredible competitor, and I respect and love her a lot. But this week, I thought she dropped the ball. It's like, what are you going to say to that?
Let's do that with
Yeah.
each other.
Oh my God.
Honestly,
Oh my
this
God.
week I think Ben's an incredible podcaster, one of my favorite people, hilarious, amazing. But honestly, this week I just think, he just doesn't look like Brandon. He just does not embody Brandon.
Yo, Ben, you are my sister, and I love you so much, and I think you're so talented and so amazing, and you're my sister. I love you so much, and but I think based on this performance, I'm gonna say Ben.
I'm going to answer my question not based off of this week's challenge, but based off the competition as a whole.
Oh,
And I have delivered constantly and consistently on every
have.
challenge.
You have.
And while I may have dropped the ball on this week's episode, Brandon, your snatch game was a mess. And Jacob, your acting in the acting challenge was busted. And
Oh
both
my
these
God.
girls could not hold a candle to me on the
Oh my
runway.
God, do not
Look at his
come
hairline
for
right
me
now.
with your hairline.
Look at your hairline.
Your hair is dry.
Yeah, that's
Your
what I would
hair
do. I would
looks dry.
try.
Put some shampoo in your hair.
It's actually opposite. It's greasy. I actually need to wash it. That was beautiful. That was really. I think in that moment the judges would cry and be like,
I would cry. I would cry.
Shantae, you all. But real talk, if
Ben's getting the villain edit. That's so
I am gonna. You know what? You're right. It's all. You know what I also think about, because I do believe that nobody or most queens who get the villain edit, they don't like go on the show and think they're gonna get it or try to get it. So like, imagine you shot the show and you think like, I've been myself the whole time. I've been fun. I've been nice. I made some friends. I made the judges laugh a couple of times. Can't wait to see how this turns out. And what happens when you see yourself being edited as the villain? What would you
So
do?
Brandon is gunning for Miss Congeniality. And I would win. I would win.
I think your question's loaded, because I think what people don't realize is what happens when you get the villain edit is you make less money. The fans do not like you. You get death threats. People literally.
It's the worst
So it's
thing.
like it's one thing to get the villain edit, but what comes with that is so bad that it's like it's almost like I wouldn't agree to go on the show if I knew I'd get the villain edit.
Yeah, but
I would
what if,
never
like,
go on Drag Race.
Because someone like, I think about someone like a Brita filter from last season, how she came on the show and like she almost got the villain edit by accident. You know what I mean? It just like, sometimes it just feels like, oh well, no queen is actually this nasty, so we're gonna work with what we got here with like Brita. Like, I think about that all the time where I'm like, it just feels like pure chance sometimes, like just like they
Larry had an
spin your way.
excellent point.
Do you remember when they tried to, when Robbie Turner was trying to be like the shady queen in her season? It's just like, no one cares, Robbie Turner.
Everyone loves Ahura as a villain.
Yeah, I agree.
Well,
and
Ahura was a great villain because she had heart too.
You know what I also think? Violet was a little bit of a villain. You know
Oh
what I
yeah,
mean? She was a bit of a mean girl. And I
yeah,
respect
she's a
that.
mean girl.
But
Bianca.
But Bianca's whole thing was like,
I
she
mean
was-
everyone.
She's
I mean
also
everyone,
nice.
but she was nice. Yeah.
Like Gio was probably the villain of that season. Or
oh
something like
yeah.
that.
But we
Well,
loved
Gia
it. We loved
and
it.
All Stars and All Stars 4.
Or
totally.
Ben. Ben de la Creme was
Yeah,
pretty villainy
Ben
that
Sosa
season.
Wright. Yeah.
Oh,
Ben Sosa Wright.
Sosa Wright. But you know, I'd be like, you want to stay on my Ben Sosa Wright side. Don't
Oh God.
Okay, no, maybe you're not. But wait, so then the queens all say Olivia, except Denali says Candy, and she says because Candy was serving more Tina in terms of Got Mixed Look, and Candy had something to say. Candy said, "How dare you compare me to Tina Burner? I am not Tina Burner. I've never been Tina Burner.
Tina
If I
Burner
wanted
wishes
to be
she could look this good.
Tina Burner wishes." She was so mad, and it's so funny because later they go on to talk about it in Untucked, and they're literally crying. And I had this moment being like, this whole fight is because she compared Gottmik's look to Tina Burner. And Denali's literally being like, "I deeply apologize that I said it looked like Tina." Like, imagine Tina in that moment being like, "What the fuck? Like, my drag isn't that bad, you guys." Like, it's so mean. But
Sosa Wright. Your look was more so-so. Someone wrote
in
comments.
the sewing challenge, something was sewing, maybe.
Yeah, but you're so
Feeling more bad and so. And guess what, Larry? I've heard it all before.
He's heard it all before.
And
guess what?
Sosa Wright, your Sammy Sosa in the Snatch game was just Sammy So-So.
I actually had a stand-up joke where I said that I'm related to Sammy Sosa, and he taught me how to bleach my skin, and that's why I look this way.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, you're canceled.
Jesus Christ.
And I said it in like, it was like a mostly white audience. I'm half Latino for anyone listening, and like the audience literally like, I had never heard an audible cringe before, but they were
just like, they're like, he's white. Why is he saying that?
But Sammy Sosa, I do feel for the journey you're on, my friend, mi amigo.
Where did that
Amigo
intense music just come from?
I know. I
I was just hear like Jumanji like music in the background. What the fuck was that?
Oh my god.
No, it's
But
not me. I thought it was my grandmother downstairs or something. But
should we get into the lip sync?
We should get into the lip sync. Honestly,
right.
going into this lip sync, it looks like Denali's given up. Just to me.
Yeah.
I get the feeling she doesn't think she's gonna, and she seems pissed. She seems mad that Olivia is the reason she's in the bottom and doesn't seem to be taking responsibility.
Well, do you agree with her?
No, I think she did a bad job too. I said earlier the makeup was bad.
I think like it was a clear. It does seem like out of all of them, it does seem like the clear bottom two. Because it's like, and I feel for Denali being like, "Oh, we're mainly in the bottom, it seems, because of Olivia." But like, if not for Denali also being in the bottom, who else would be in it? Like, not.
Yeah.
It's like Rose and Tina are the closest that come to mind. But then again, like, they really did deliver on looking like each other. So it's kind of hard to clock.
Then we get to the lip sync. What do we think of the lip sync?
Boring song.
What are you talking?
Boring song.
I love that song.
But not for a lip sync. That's a
Do you
song
like Mary Mary?
I'm not a huge Mary Mary connoisseur.
You're not a huge? Or are you?
I'm not a huge... I'm
Okay, so
not.
do you know who Mary Mary is? Do y'all know who Mary Mary are?
Give us,
Okay.
give the viewers an
So
SMS.
Mary and Mary are this like what is it called? There's a specific name for like pop gospel music. I can't remember what it's called, but they're like a pop gospel group. They're these two sisters, and I thought it was really funny that they chose a Mary Mary song because the Mary Mary sisters are, or one of them is very homophobic. Like famously homophobic, and it's just like I don't like gay people listening to my music because the gays love Mary Mary, and I just thought it was funny that they chose a Mary Mary song with that knowing all of that.
It was it's a good song, and I
like it.
My laptop's gonna die. You keep talking. I just gotta charge it. 1 second.
They should have done God in Me. They should have done God in Me, which is.
I also think like, I mean, because the gospel genre to me is so dancey, and so it's just like I feel like there was just I don't know.
I should have done the Nicki Minaj gospel song.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, it also because Olivia and more specifically Denali, they're such good lip syncers that like it felt like too much of a mid tempo song where I think like a queen who's more of like an act like I feel like Simone. If that was her lip sync song, Simone could have made that an iconic lip sync because Simone is like all about embodying the energy of the song, the spirit of the song, kind of like being an actress about
or like a ballet queen.
A ballet queen?
Yeah.
Like a Brooklyn Heights, perhaps.
Brooklyn Heights, or what's her name? She's dead.
Chi-Chi DeVane.
Not Chi-Chi DeVane, the other one.
Sahara Davenport.
I can't remember.
Oh, right. Yeah, she's the ballet queen. Yeah, like, you know what it reminded me of? I forget the name of the song, but remember that it was an All Stars 5. I forget which. I think it was Kennedy Davenport was the lip sync assassin, and Miss Cracker was the top queen of the week. And they sang a Reba McEntire.
Oh yeah,
song.
that long Reba.
Oh yeah, and
which is
Kennedy
like-
didn't even try. She kind of just
Well,
like
because
Such
walked
a
around.
long song.
It felt to me a similar lip sync to that, where I'm like, this is a good song, and I could see
I liked
why.
it.
But it just
I
to
was
me,
into it.
it's not what.
I'm team that.
If I was seeing like that as a live performance, maybe, but to like a 2-minute like edited down lip sync, I need something up tempo. Brandon, I'm not gonna convert. What would you do if I was a Buddhist instead?
I don't
Just
know.
kidding. I grew up in a Catholic family.
Okay, so we end the lip sync.
Who wins?
Olivia wins, and she falls on her knees and
And
begins
cries.
to weep.
Weep.
Dramatically.
Yeah.
Very dramatic. What do we think?
At
Cheers.
that point, I was kind of like, I was a bit over the episode. I just thought it was a bit of a disappointing makeover episode. And like, I knew Denali was gonna go home the moment the lip sync started. I was like, this is Denali's time. It felt like.
Bye, Denali.
But and you know what?
I love Denali. She was great.
I love Denali, and I feel like Denali, not so much this episode, but the episode before, really kind of hit peak Denali. She gave us her rollerblading on the runway. She delivered on the Snatch Game. I think she did good.
Yeah, she had a good run.
I will say, will she go down in history as like a legendary queen? Maybe not.
Maybe
You
an
know what?
all-star.
She did, of all the queens, she's done a really good job of putting content out. Like, while this has gone on, she put out some really good videos.
Jacob.
I don't think a
Balshin,
lot of queens do a
absolutely.
good job of that, and she's done a fantastic job.
Check
Good for her.
out when she did. What was the song she did the really iconic lip sync to, where she was in the
Her and
toucan?
Kimura did the first. They did any song Denali did a lip sync to. She put
Yeah.
out like a cool video for.
'Cause
I wonder
she
if she'll
did it-
probably put another video out tomorrow, knowing her,
Oh, I'm sure.
for
and
this
she-
song or tonight.
Because she did a video that had all the Chicago queens.
Chicago Drag Excellence.
100% pure love.
Yes,
Yeah, that's
really
it.
good.
Love,
Larry, shout out Larry.
But
Okay, guys, I honestly don't think a lot happened in Untucked.
I was
so
gonna say,
let's
nothing
skip
happened.
Untucked. Let's get into Teach Me Daddy,
all right. Do we
our
have
segment where I get taught about being gay and I teach these boys about being straight.
Thank you.
Thank
If we have
you.
any questions from the audience towards what it's like to be straight, feel free to throw them in the chat. I will answer so you guys
Wow.
know what's going on in this mind of mine.
I live.
Okay.
Do we have any preguntas? Questions?
Pregunta.
Questions. Do you guys want to ask me first? You want me to throw something to you?
I think I think I have one.
Okay, you have one. I don't have one.
Give it to me, baby.
Why do straight men always have dirty bathrooms to me?
Well, let's break that down, Ben.
Okay.
I think the bathroom is the place where I take a shit, right?
Yeah.
So I don't associate that with cleanliness to begin with.
Okay.
I've never been like, where I want to feel cleanest is in the bathroom. So I've never been like huge on cleaning my bathroom. But I do clean my bathroom. And Brandon's looking at me like I'm gross. I'll be honest. I haven't cleaned a bathroom in probably about like a year or two. I
just
have
remember
not
when-
cleaned a bathroom. People around me have cleaned bathrooms, and I've cleaned other parts of the house. And if needed, and the person said to me, "Hey, will you clean the bathroom?" I'll clean the bathroom. I have no problem with it. Someone threw up in my bathroom one time. I cleaned up as well as I could. I'm not the best cleaner.
As well as
That's
good.
also a problem with being straight. We're not good with attention to
Yeah,
detail.
that's like a
That's
So
it.
That's
we
the thing
are
with the-
cleaning. You don't know that. We're just not good at it.
So
I wonder
when
why.
I'm in a dirty bathroom, it's dirty to me, but it's clean to the host.
It's clean to me. Our standards
Okay.
of clean are different.
Honestly, that really does clear things up, and to me, it makes me feel a little bit safer in that space now. So thank you.
I'll ask you guys. I have a few
disgusted.
questions. I have a few questions over here.
There's some
Okay.
audience questions.
Oh yeah? Okay, throw them in here. Let's go. Okay. I have a teach me daddy question. Why do a lot of straight men like to impersonate Bane and make that voice? I saw this question in the YouTube comments last week, and this is the exact... Remember I said I was looking for one, but I couldn't find it?
Yeah.
This was it. Why
Nice.
do straight men like using the Bane voice? Honestly...
Can you do with the band voice for us?
Batman. No, I really can't.
Batman.
How?
I can't do it. What are you doing?
I haven't seen it in so
What are you
long.
doing, Ben?
I don't
You sound
fucking
Jamaican. You sounded Jamaican. He sounded Jamaican. He was like, Batman!
Batman. Batman.
Batman! Ben is Jamaican Bane, okay.
Jamaican Bane.
Bean.
Why
I
do
think
straight men love doing it?
Bane. I think Batman. That Batman is an iconic straight man movie.
Yeah,
The Batman that Bane is in with like Bane with Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy is like a straight guy. Like straight guys are gay for Tom Hardy. There's men who straight guys are gay for. And you can get like a level of gay before you like have to admit you have like a crush on the man. Do you know what I mean? Like straight guys will act like obsessed with a guy, but if like there's like a threshold you can get to before it's like
Ryan,
okay,
what's
this
his
is
name?
gay. Like you could have been obsessed with Channing Tatum as a straight guy, but when he got into Magic Mike, then it's like I can't be obsessed with this guy or I'm gay. You get it? Because like,
What if you're obsessed with Channing
the...
Tatum because of Step Up?
Still pretty gay.
I love Step Up. Oh, those
I like
movies are
Step
so
Up, too.
good. Step
I
Up to
enjoyed
the
Step
street.
Up.
Look
Step
like
Up.
that boy Moose. What's his name?
Moose. Who's
Oh,
Moose?
yes, he's the.
You guys always remember all the details of every movie we discussed, and I remember
You're
nothing.
Moose. Are you
Who
Moose?
the fuck is Moose?
He was like the kind of like Jewishy.
Yeah, he was like
looking
a
man.
pauper and locker.
Yeah, and he was just like, I can dance.
And like, oh my god, and he was like friends with
Miley Cyrus.
No, the Ali Stoker?
Stoner?
Stoner?
I don't know her name. The one from the Missy Elliott videos?
Yes, the one from the Missy Elliott video and Sweet Life. Iconic.
Yeah, Allison Stone. I think her name is Allison Stone. Is that her name?
I love Step Up. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's a good. Do you have a question for us, Jacob?
Let me
Okay.
answer it.
Fuck. I don't know. Okay. So you're assholes. We keep our assholes clean around here. We're clean asshole boys. But obviously, as gay men, your assholes are more likely to be going. Like people see your asshole more than they see my asshole. Every once in a while, my girlfriend's like, "Hey, will you show me your asshole?" Like just for fun, and I'll show her my asshole. But there's nothing like sexual with my asshole. It's kind of like it's for like it's exit only at the moment. Every once in a while, finger in there, little fun, you know. But it's not like a big use hole. What I'm trying to say
Not
is...
a big use hole.
It's not a big use hole, but I still keep it clean, you know? You don't invite guests over sometimes to your apartment, but you still got to keep it clean. And I want to know, as gay men, though, do you keep it especially clean? Because, like, I don't have to keep it especially clean.
I mean,
I just think there's, like, a next level of
of
clean
course.
that I don't go to.
Of course. Ben is also very hairy. So
really hairy.
Ben has to, like,
Do you have to
like,
shave your assholes? Because I shave my asshole every once in a while.
I've never shaved.
You should. It makes it easier to wipe.
I don't have a hairy butt.
But like,
so.
I'm so afraid of like ingrown hairs in that area that
Interesting.
I
a
wouldn't
low
even-
traffic hole.
Also, I mean, Gabe, a low traffic. Yeah, what? An
LTH.
Truly, I think also gay men are cognizant of maybe having a high fiber diet to kind of really. Maybe we.
Yeah, there's like a bottom supplementing.
Oh yeah,
Interesting.
Pure for men.
Yeah,
There's
pure
like
for men.
diets. Is there diets you have to follow? Like, not you have to, but they're like better off following.
I personally don't. But I do know like gays who bottom more often, who are like, if I know I'm gonna go out and have sex that night, like, I'll like sip broth like all day, and I won't eat anything. So like I won't shit, and like then I'll eat like a big meal after I fuck, and that's like there.
Yeah, there's guys that will not eat for like 24 hours. Like,
yeah,
because they just want
That's
that.
fucking like that's commitment.
Yeah.
yeah.
They want that
For
dick
them,
so
they
badly.
do.
They want it.
I've never wanted something enough not to eat for 24 hours.
Honestly, same. Not even for Yom Kippur, Jacob.
No, I've broken Yom Kippur every time.
This is like that episode of Arthur.
I
Or,
know.
or being Erica.
Francine.
I know. They were like, Jacob, if you fast for 24 hours, you can get that Jew dick. And I was like, nope, I'm going to eat.
Jacob, did you ever watch CBC's Being Erica?
I did not watch CBC's Being Erica. What is that about?
Time
Is that about
traveling
Jewish
therapy,
lady?
honey. She's Jewish.
I don't
Time
watch it.
traveling therapy. Brayden, you'd
watch it.
love Being Erica. You'd love it so much.
Wait, she's
Tony
a
Toronto.
Jewish time traveling therapist?
Someone wrote,
No, she's in time traveling therapy.
look, someone wrote a comment, gays who bottom more often? Is that a hint at Ben's position?
We still.
I said
we
reach
said
a
we have
certain-
to. Yeah, we have
No.
to get a certain amount. We're not announcing Ben's position.
Absolutely not. And good luck finding me on any of the apps because I deleted my profile.
All right, the Jumanji sound is back. I think we should wrap it up. I think this has
Let's
been a
wrap
fun
it up.
episode. We love you guys. Thank you for listening or watching. Shout out to Spencer, our producer, for killing
thank
it
you,
every week.
Spencer.
Spencer, we love
Guys,
blah, blah, blah.
after this episode, if you enjoyed it, please comment and like on the new video that gets posted after this because it really helps us get in the algorithm and hopefully get some more viewers. And we love you, and this means a lot.
I
Thanks
love
so much.
you.
We love you.
Bye, gaggers.
Bye.